Konnichiwa, Minasu, and you're watching Podcast. Today's collection video is going to be a part 3 to my PlayStation 1 collection. I hope you're ready for some more great games. Can't wait to share it with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. First game up is Miss Spider's Tea Party. This is an educational game. So you have some music education in it, some puzzles and stuff like that. It's actually a decent little game. I think a preschooler would probably enjoy it. Then we have Mission Impossible. This is of course a stealth game and is completely different from the Nintendo 64 version, so worth picking up if you haven't played the PlayStation 1 version. Mobile Suit Gundam. This one is if I remember correctly, a first-person view arcade style Gundam game. And it is hard, but absolutely beautiful. Then we have Kidyo Senshu Gundam Gya Koshu no Char, which is more of like a fighting game style, but open world, if I remember correctly. And good luck going against Char. He's not easy to beat. Monkey Hero is kind of almost like a Zelda top-down action-adventure, I think, if I remember correctly of the camera angle. It's not the best of games, but still a fun one to play, and to what I've been told by some of my friends on Twitter, good luck, it's a very difficult game. Then, of course, Monopoly, because you always have to have a Monopoly in your collection if you can get a hold of them. Monster Bass is a good fishing game where you're fishing bass. It's not bad at all. Then we have Monster Farmer, or Monster Rancher, and it's basically a game where you take care of monsters, raise them, battle them, and it's not a bad game, it's actually quite fun. Monster Rancher 2, I haven't played this one yet, so I don't know how similar it is to the first one, but same concept, you're raising monsters, battling monsters, all that type of thing. Moto Racer World Tour. This is a fun game to enjoy if you like racing games. It's actually not too bad at all. Motocross Mania. Now that is a good game. I liked what they did with it, and the music is pretty good too. It's MTV Celebrity Deathmatch. This game is horrible, but it's a bad good to where you're still able to enjoy the game, and regardless of how bad it is, it's still a really fun fighting game. Then we have MTV Sports Skateboarding. I have yet to try this one, so I couldn't really say too much about it. MTV Sports Ultimate BMX. Another one I haven't tried yet, but when it says MTV, I don't mind picking these ones up. Next, we have Muppet Racing Mania. It's basically a Mario Kart racing game with the Muppets in it. It's not a terrible one at all. I think they did a good job at it. Even though it's not the best Mario Kart you can get for the PlayStation 1, it's still a very entertaining one, especially if you like the Muppets. The evil one itself, Myst. Another game that if I can get it on every system I possibly can, I try. Though the prices have gone up on this game, depending on which version you want to pick up. But this is the classic, good luck, point and click adventure, which is always amazing, and I have yet to beat it. I think I'm just going to use a guide and beat it to at least get the ending somehow. Next we have NASCAR 98. It's a NASCAR game. It looks pretty decent on the PlayStation version, and it plays pretty good too. So NASCAR, definitely worth picking up. Guitar Freak second mix penned disc. Basically, like I was telling you guys about with the other games, you have to have the first game and able to use this because you use the disc swap. I haven't played the second game, so I don't know exactly what's in it, or I have played and I just completely forgotten. Sometimes that happens. Now here's one of the weirder ones in my collection. This is Kakus in Melody Damon. It is a ringtone collection for you to put a ton of ringtones on your cell phone, and it has like a ton of button combinations that you would unlock ringtones depending on what carrier or phone you have. It's utterly bizarre, but I love having things like this. NBA Shootout 2002. It's another one I haven't played, so I can't really say too much about it, but it's a basketball game and I do like collecting my sports games. Here we have Need for Speed 2. A really good game. Not the best in the series in my personal opinion for the PlayStation 1, but definitely one of the better ones that you can get for the PlayStation 1. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. This one's really good. I definitely enjoy this one. It's one of my in the top 3, I think. And then we have Need for Speed V-Rally. This is where they can kind of throw away all of the controls that they have made and just went full arcade, because the game just goes completely nuts sometimes with the controls. Still fun to play, but get ready for some off-roading controls, which can make the game a little hard, but silly at times. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed. This is personally my favorite one out of the ones that went full 3D on the PlayStation 1. It's my favorite out of all of them just because it's just so much fun. Then you have Need for Speed High Stakes, which is a really good one, and one I would definitely say, along with the Porsche, pick these two up. The next Tetris. This is a really good version of Tetris. It looks beautiful, and it's a lot of fun to play, so it's one of those that I definitely don't mind going back and playing on the PlayStation 1 every so often. NFL 2000. Haven't played this one, so I can't say too much about it. Another one of those that it's a sports game, didn't cost very much, it's in my collection. NFL Blades of Steel 2000. The Blades of Steel has been a really fun one that me and my brother enjoyed from the Super Nintendo, so whenever I come across any of them from that particular series, I always pick them up. Haven't played this one yet, so I can't say too much about it. And then we have NFL Face Off. Same thing, haven't played this one either, but hockey games are definitely one of those that I go for first out of the sports games sometimes, because I really enjoy my hockey. NFL Rock the Ring. This is basically Blitz, but in hockey. So you get to enjoy playing a fun hockey game without having to follow all the rules. And I think it's one of the better ones because of that, for a lot of people who don't like to play hockey or sports games with the rules that you don't understand. Next we have Nicktoons Racing, which is personally the best Nickelodeon racing game we can get. It definitely doesn't play spectacular, you know, with the Mario Kart games and all that, but it's still worth playing because it has a nice little charm to it, and we have Cat Dog in it. Why couldn't they put him in the other ones, you know? So that's another reason why I love it. Night Truth, Exploration of the Paranormal, Yami no Tobira. This is a horror visual novel, and I mean the beginning of the game starts off with someone combusting into flames out of nowhere, and then just goes from there. Beautiful artwork, really nicely, and one I wish I could read Japanese already for I can enjoy even more. Next is Noel La Nigi Special Edition. I haven't played this one yet. I played the other one I have, and if it's anything like that one, it's a visual novel, I think with some dating sim elements to it, but it has a strange way how they go around doing it, which makes me really intrigued in why I like this series. Here we have Noel Not Digital Special Edition. This is the one I was talking about. I have tried this one, but like I said, the whole setup of it is bizarre, so it doesn't play like your normal one. It plays more like kind of like Data Live, to where you have to investigate and move around, so it's weird, but beautiful artwork, wonderful music, definitely one worth getting for the collection. Next is Nai Nai no Meitachi. This is basically, as far as I understand, it's based off of a TV show, and things just go nuts. You're trying to figure out what's going on, and it's basically completely insane. It's the best way to do it. I think it's more of a point and click type game with some mini games. Ochan no Oikaki Logic. This is basically Picross for your PlayStation, and it's wonderful. I just suck at Picross, so it's really hard for me, but definitely worth picking up because you do not need to know Japanese to play this game at all. Over here we have Overblood, and basically it's a Resident Evil style type game. I wasn't able to get much further when I was trying it, so other than that, it's supposed to be a horror-based survival, as far as I understand. Pachisla Aruzi Aokoku 2. It's a slot machine game. Haven't played it yet, so I don't know how many are actually on there and who this guy is that's in the front cover and why we have death with him. And that's representing how well your wallet is after you try these. Then we have Palm Town. This is a board game and it's a lot of fun. Another one of those I'd say give it a try because there's a lot of really good board games on the PlayStation 1. Pakwa. This is basically a pocket station game, and what the story is, a alien who comes to Earth who hates humans, takes over a pocket station, becomes your friend, and insults you every chance he gets. That's literally the game. And it's bizarre. It's in the collection. Here we have Parlor Pro. This is a pachinko machine game. Comes with 2 different boards, and it's really fun. If you guys have never played pachinko, try it. It's entertaining. I love pachinko. Peter Pan Return to Neverland. This is a really fun game, and I was very pleasantly surprised how they were able to get it to work so well. It's a side-scrolling 3D platformer, and not bad. One I would say definitely try it, especially if you like your Disney games. Perfect Weapon. I like how they had to put perfect in there because this game is far from being perfect. It's a 3D adventure beat 'em up, and even during my 10-minute first person video I did on this game, the game glitched out so badly I had to reset the game. So be warned, this game is not perfect at all, but it's so much fun to play. Pie to Mel. This is a pocket station game. Basically what it is, it allows you to pick from several different people on here. If you're a girl or guy, add text messages into it, and then you can beam the text messages or the mail to other people who have a pocket station, and you guys can have a very limited conversation but have fun with it. That's what the game's all about. Here we have Pipe Dreams 3D, an evil monster made from the classic video game. Basically, if you've never played Pipe Dreams or anything like that, you have to connect pipes to have the water get to the exit. Good luck, it's evil, and it's a lot of fun. Play with the Teletubbies is surprisingly a really good game. It is a point and click with mini games, and you even get some segments from the TV show on there as well. And it's nightmare inducing, but one worth trying out because I think they did a wonderful job on the graphics of the game. Since it's all graphics from the show, it's quite impressive. Next we have Underground Jam Pack Winter 98 with a ton of great demos. I don't think I've ever tried this demo pack before, but it does have Small Soldiers, and if that's the demo I like of Small Soldiers, that's mainly why I picked it up. Paki Kano Fumio Uno. I think I said that completely wrong, but that's okay. I think it's a dating sim. It's one I haven't tried yet, so I can't really say too much more than that. Another one in the collection I just haven't tried yet. Pocket Digimon World. This one does require the Pocket Station to play, and it's basically Digimon, but kind of like the last one I was talking about in the last video. You have to use Pocket Stations to be able to play. Then you can upload your Digimon to play them in full screen in 3D battles. It's a really clever idea, just don't have the second Pocket Station for I can test that. Pocket Dungeon. This is a Pocket Station RPG. You put the entire RPG onto the Pocket Station, you basically go through, you play it, and then your monster decks is actually on the PlayStation 1 game, so there's a lot of unlockables, and it's not an easy dungeon game at all, but a lot of fun. Here we have Pokitan. As far as I understand, it is an educational game for the Pocket Station. Everything's done on the Pocket Station, and you unlock more and more on the game to add to your Pocket Station as you play. Very clever idea and a lot of fun. Pong, the next level. This is a beautiful remake that was done showing love to the original game. Definitely worth trying out. It is so much fun to play this game. Next we have Pooh's Party Game, In Search of the Treasure. It's a board game with Winnie the Pooh and friends, and it's a decent one to enjoy. Not bad at all. Pop de Cutie na Shinri Test, Alabama. This is a very bizarre game and I absolutely love it. You play as her and you're basically going through an adventure, and it just goes completely off the rocker. It's bizarre, weird, and crazy. Highly recommend it. It's so much fun. Poppy Music 2. This is, of course, Poppy Music. A lot of fun to play, and a brutally hard game if you do not have the controller. Really hard game if you have the controller, depending on which difficulty you choose. But a wonderful selection of music. Highly recommend it. It is playable on the DualShock. Just get ready for something almost impossible to do if you go to the 12 button mode or whatever. Poppy Music 3 upon append disc. Part 2 is a based game, so you can use that to swap out as you play this one. I haven't done this one yet, but it's just more, going to be more amazing music with that beautiful style of gameplay. Next is my favorite Poppy Music game, and that is Poppy Music Animation Melody. Basically, this has nothing but anime theme songs on it, and all the animations that you get to see are all based off of the anime it's from. Wonderful game. Can't recommend this one enough. Seriously. Beautiful music. Poppy Music Disney Tunes. This is basically Poppy Music with Disney music on it, and it's one I'm happy to have because I do like getting my Disney rhythm-based games, and this is no exception. Here we have Saibon's Power Rangers Light Speed Rescue. It is a 3D adventure brawler, which is a good game. I know I keep on saying good game, but that's just what they are. I'm easily pleased with my PlayStation games, and this is one that is definitely one worth playing, especially multiplayer with friends. The Powerpuff Girls Kimono Extraction. Basically, this is a 3D brawler fighting beat 'em up game. I don't think the game actually knows what it's supposed to be. And it's a decent, fun game, but it's completely broken, but still fun to play. Definitely worth trying out if you like playing Powerpuff Girl games. Pro Mongjong Kiwami Tangin Sanhan Goku series. Haven't played this one yet, but it's a Mongjong game, and that's why I have it. Pro Pinball Big Race USA and Pro Pinball Fantastic Journey. Haven't played either of these ones yet, but I know, to what I've heard, these are some of the better ones of the pinball games to pick up for the PlayStation 1, so worth picking up in there in my collection. Project Horned Owl. This is a rail shooter where you're driving around in a mech and you're the police. It's a lot of fun. This is actually a really good game. Project Overkill. Another one I haven't played yet. I think it's a horror survival game, but just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. And definitely one I'll be trying out later this year. Yay! The Psychological Game 2. It is basically complete nonsense and makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, it goes from one thing to the next, and there's a whole series of these, but you have to go to I think Moby Games has it on there, while GameFAQs does not have any of these on there. So it's one of those that it's bizarre because I can't find a whole lot of information about it. I think my video is like one of the few 10 videos up on YouTube about it. Then we have Punch the Monkey Game Edition. This is one of the best rhythm games I have on the system. It's music based off, music from Lupin the Third, and the way how it plays is beautiful, fantastic. It is one of the rhythm-based games I say pick up. Putter Golf. Haven't played it yet, but it's from Age Tech, so it's mostly going to be like the basic of basic golf games. I like that. Qbert. Just recently tried this one, and man, this game is hard. Because it's made based off of the original, which is also hard. So if you like Qbert and you're really good at it, this one's for you. Quake 2. This is an amazing game for the system. It does use the both of the sticks, from where you can play like almost exactly like how you would do it normally now, but phenomenal. This one over here is Quiz G Battle Nice Price Series Volume 6. It's a quiz show. It's really beautiful, love the artwork, but you have to know Japanese to be able to really play it. RC Stunt Chopper. I haven't played it yet, but there's a controller that is actually a remote controller like you would get for a RC chopper. Have not gotten it, but I so want it because it is such an amazing controller. Here it's supposed to be a really good game. Next we have Rama 1/2 Battle Resistance? I can't say it. Renaissance? Just laugh at me already. I'm sorry, I can't do some words. It's a 2D fighter with 3D characters, and each of the characters that can transform by hot or cold water. There are times where it rains, get in that, and you can actually transform. Really fun game. Rascal. This is a 3D platformer, definitely inspired by Mario 64 type gameplay. It's not the best, but it's so much fun to play. Definitely a harder one to do, and one of those I'd say give it a try because it's definitely worth playing. Radical Racers. This is the second or first game, I can't remember, of the series. As we saw before, we had the ATV Racers and the Miracle Racers. This is the first one of the series for PlayStation 1. It's the basic of basic Mario Kart games. It's so much fun to play because it's just so stupid. I love it. Rayman Brain Games. This is literally a Rayman platforming game where it'll ask you questions, you have to answer the things. It's bizarre, enjoyable, even though it's not the best of Rayman games. What can I say? Then we have Rayman Rush. This is a racer where you're running, and it's actually a lot of fun. Cheesy, but a lot of fun. Renegade Racers. This is a hovercraft racing game, and it actually is a lot of fun. I love the fact that there are so many of these type of racing games released on the PlayStation, and a lot of them are really fun to play, even though they're not the best of racing games, but good ones to try out. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Absolutely had to have that. Was lucky enough to have a copy. Need I say more? I mean, really. It's a must-have in the collection. Resident Evil Survivor. This is a first-person shooter Resident Evil game. Really fun, beautiful idea, and one I would say try it out. You might actually like this one. This one is not easy at all, since they do focus more on the arcadic rail shooter type mechanics in it. But it's not a rail shooter because you have to move around the level, so it's really cool. Risk. Love my board games. This is a really good version of Risk, so definitely try it out. Raven, the sequel to Myst. This is another one of those games that if I can get it on every version I can, I will, and I do have multiple versions of this game. Have I beaten it? Heck no, this game's too hard for me to beat without a player's guide. I just enjoy playing it. Next is Road and Track presents The Need for Speed. This is the first one in the series and it's beautiful. Still one of my absolute favorite versions of the game. Just if you haven't tried it, it's worth playing because they really have a lot of fun with bringing this game out, and it's beautiful. RPG Maker. It literally is that. I have not played it, so I don't know if there's actually a pre-made game included, but I do recommend using the PS3 for this one because you have to use a full memory card to be able to make it. And you can make, to what I hear, this one allows you to make amazing games with it, so worth doing it if you want to spend 200 to 300 hours to then pass it on to your friend to play your creation. Rugrats. Search for Reptar. I really like this one. It's so much fun. It's a shorter game, but it's one of the better games too, and it's so much fun. It's graphically very impressive. I mean, they recreated the entire opening in the game graphics, and the mini games are definitely enjoyable, so one worth looking into. Scars. This is a Mario Kart inspired death race. Basically, you play as cars that are based off of animals, and you basically shoot the crap out of each other and try to get to the end of the race. So much fun. Controls are very nice, and it genuinely is a great game to play with friends. Saishu Densai reprint. As far as I understand, I think this is a sound novel more than a visual novel, but it's a horror-based one, and since I really enjoy those, I picked it up. Have not played it, but it's in the collection. Sakigaki Hotoko Juko, the Dodgeball. Simple Characters 2000 series, volume 10. So basically it's based off of that anime, and what better game to make from that anime? I mean, you can have an amazing fighting game like you do on the PS3. Nah. You could have a, Streets of Rage game. Nah. Let's do Dodgeball with a freaking mace head. Oh my gosh. And it is a brutal game because it is Dodgeball. So much fun to play, but good luck getting anywhere in this game unless you're really good at Dodgeball games. Worth doing if you love Dodgeball. Saltwater Sports Fishing. It's not the best fishing game I've played, but graphically looks pretty good. Very good gameplay. And get ready for the game to cheat like crazy because it's a fishing game. Sometimes they like to cheat. Sammy Sosa High Heat Baseball 2001. This is a good game. I really enjoy how they were able to put this one together. Plays really nicely, and the whole series is good, so definitely one worth enjoying. Then we had San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing. Oh my gosh, this game is amazing. It is crazy, it's fast, you have fun with it. It's one worth picking up and trying out. The San Francisco series is amazing. Scrabble crossword game. Well, it's Scrabble. It's awesome, based off of the original, and it looks really good on PlayStation 1. Worth picking up, especially if you like those style of board games. SD Gundam G Generation FIF. Haven't tried this one yet, but it's part of the SD series, and that's why I picked it up, because I really do enjoy that series. Sesame Street Elmo's Number Journey. Yeah, it's creepy, it's scary, nightmare-inducing, but when it comes down to it, it's actually a very well-developed game in my personal opinion. You're going on adventures with numbers, and you're having to do collecting the numbers, collecting everything, and then unlocking more and more. I found myself actually enjoying this game more so than being like, oh, why am I playing an Elmo game? Why am I playing an Elmo game? Though it's very slow, there is no run button in it, so it takes a little bit longer. That's how they increase the time of the game. Shadow Man. This is a fun one. It's hard, based off of a comic book, worth doing because it's actually a really, really good game. Shanghai True Value. This is, of course, Shanghai Mahjong, and it's a good version of it. I like how they did it. It looks beautiful, good music, and it works pretty good. Sheep. Basically, this is almost like Lemmings. You have to get the sheep to the end, but then you have to also dress them up. That way they can survive through traps, and you have to get... Actually, this is more like Choo Choo Rockets because of how you have to direct them more than you do in Lemmings. So yeah, Choo Choo Rockets is a better example of what this is like. Really good if you like those style of games. And it's fun. Graphics are strange, but you find it enjoyable. SimCity 2000. Another one of those games that I try and get every version I can, and it's what it is. It's where you get to take care of a city and then destroy it with monsters and aliens and natural disasters. Come on, we've all done it. You know who you are. Then we have Shrek's Treasure Hunt. This game sucks. Badly. But it's still an entertaining game to play because it's so bad it's good. Like, it's almost too bad to be good, but try it out. You might like it. Simple 15 Jisuyo Series Volume 3 Sai Mai Handan. Basically, this is a fortune-telling game because I guess, to what I understand, there's a fortune-telling method to where you use the way that your name is spelled in kanji and hiragana to tell your future. And that's what this is, to my understanding. It was really hard trying this one out because you have to know Japanese to be able to do it, and it was really weird. Simple Series Volume 1, the Mahjong. It's a basic Mahjong game. I don't think I've tried this one yet, but that's what it is. It's going to be a basic Mahjong. And that's why I have it, because it's Mahjong. Simple 1500 Series Volume 3, the Gomoku Narubi. This is not Go, this is Gomoku, which plays differently. I hate it with a passion. This game drove me batty when I was playing it. I did not have a very good time to do this because I could not get it down. I need to learn how to play this one. That way I can at least do as good as I do in Go, which is watching the computer completely smite me as much as it wants. Simple 1500 Series Volume 9, the Chess. I have not played this one yet, but I played the English version, which is the Chess, so I know that it is a very good game for chess, so one worth picking up. Simple 1500 Series Volume 10, the Billiard. It is the absolute basic way of playing billiards, and it's a lot of fun because honestly, we played them on the Nintendo, we played it on the Commodore 64, we played it on things like that, and a basic version is sometimes all you need, and that's exactly what this is. Simple 1500 Series Volume 14, the Block Kozoshi. This is Breakout, that's all it is, and it's a lot of fun. Totally worth picking up just to have another version of Breakout to enjoy. Simple 1500 Series Volume 19, the Sugoroku. This is basically a board game. I actually really enjoyed it too. That was an enjoyable board game. And since it is a board game, like I said up before, worth picking up. Simple 1500 Series Volume 21, the Yakyo MPB version. It's baseball. I don't think I've played this one just yet, but it's baseball. I love baseball, so I had to pick up a Japanese baseball game because I love baseball. Simple 1500 Series Volume 23, the Gate Ball. This is croquet, and it's so much fun to play. It's as basic as you possibly can get, but it's so entertaining, and I think it's up to like 8 players, I think it was. So you guys can have a lot of fun, see who can win. Worth picking up. This one's a lot of fun for multiplayer. Simple 1500 Series Volume 37, the Illusion Puzzle and Slide Puzzle. This basically gives you a sliding puzzle section, and then if I remember correctly, the illusion puzzle is the pick cross. Both are a lot of fun. You get, I think, like over 100 puzzles per when you choose. This one is definitely worth getting if you're into pick cross and sliding puzzle. It's so much fun to play. Get ready for a hard one. Simple 1500 Series Volume 40, the Shogi 2. I have not played it yet. I'm still learning how to play Shogi, for at least I can somewhat do better on it. So yeah, Simple 1500 Series Volume 43, the Hanafuda 2. Beautiful game, does exactly what you need it to, and it's so much fun to play. Another one I'd say, if you like Hanafuda, get this one because you will enjoy it as well. Simple 1500 Series Volume 46, the Mahjong Ochigi Rikujon. Basically, it's a Mahjong game, but you're playing Tetris at the same time, so you have to match them while they drop like Tetris blocks. It's so bizarre, and I enjoy that they came up with something different. So if you're looking for an alternate Mahjong / puzzle game, definitely worth checking out because it's just, that's what it is. Simple 1500 Series Volume 60, the Table Hockey. This is air hockey, and it is so much fun. You have multiple tables to unlock, you get some nice music in the background, and it's multiplayer, and oh, this one's a good one. I really enjoy this one, playing it with others. Simple 1500 Series Volume 66, the Katan Mawasanda. It's basically WarioWare. Complete nonsense games that make no sense. It uses full capability of the DualShock, and get ready for just absolutely bizarre, insane games. Worth trying if you love those type of games because it's so much fun. Simple 1500 Series Volume 88. I don't know why that was so hard to say. The Gal Mahjong. So this is basically Mahjong / dating sim. You're playing against cute girls, and then as you play, you're raising your love meter, and you get to buy swimsuits and stuff for them to wear, and now it's getting creepy. But that's what it is. It's a lot of fun. Skydiving Extreme. The best way to describe this one is it's kind of like Bust a Groove, to where you have to continuously push in the right buttons to keep your combos getting better and better and better, but you're trying to do the best acrobatic dance, if you will, while skydiving. It's a lot of fun, but it's really hard. Next we have Slayers Royale. This is a tactical base RPG based off of the Slayers animes, and this is one where they bring both of the universes together, so you actually get Naga the Serpent with the original gang. And yes, if you use a Dragon Slave, make sure your friends are away because you will kill them with a Dragon Slave. Guilty as charged. Slayers Royale 2 basically plays the exact same, just new story, and still a lot of fun. Just be careful about how do you use your your magic. I can't talk right now. I've been doing it too long. Anyway, really fun game. It's based off of Slayers. That right there puts it in my collection. Sled Storm. This is a good racing game, and because it's from EA back in the day, its soundtrack is absolutely gorgeous, and I think they did a wonderful job on this game. Sled Storm Collector's Edition. Same game, the only difference is, like I've said on previous videos, this is part of a triple pack that came out. That's why it's called the Collector's Edition. Other than that, I didn't find anything new when I tried this one out. Smurf Racing. This is a Mario Kart style racing game with the Smurfs. It's a lot of fun, and definitely one of the lower ones of the Mario Kart PlayStation 1 games, but you still get to have a lot of fun, and if you're a huge Smurf fan, why not enjoy it? Because it can be a good time, especially with friends. Sorcerer's Maze. This is basically like Pogo, I think it was called, where you're shooting down the ball trying to get everything off the screen. And it's a lot of fun. I really do enjoy this one. And one of those I'd say pick it up if you want a really weird one, but it's a fun. So Su Gyo Cross World. Basically, how can I not make this sound perverted? You are a teacher, you're teaching these girls, they fall in love with you, and you start dating them. I don't know, it's the best way to describe it. So it's a dating sim that gets creepily, but it's, yeah. That's what this whole series is about. Oh, I just made it creepy. Sosugyo Vacation. From the same series, and the artwork definitely looks a lot better in this one. I think they took the time to do a little bit more with it, and it's still a fun game. You're still the teacher, and you are going on vacation with your lovely ladies. How can I not make that one sound horrible? Anyway, Syokyo Kenhi Voltans Udo Kominhin. This is a first-person shooter with mechs, and it's really good. Absolutely beautiful, based off of an anime, but be warned, it is brutal. It is not easy at all. Thank you, Japan, for adding in your difficulty on this one. Sound Novel Evolution 1 Otogiriso Susai Hin. This is a beautiful horror sound novel. It is wonderful. I mean, it totally creeped me out when I tried this one out, and it looks beautiful while you're playing. Next is Sound Novel Evolution 2 Kami Tachi no Yoru Tokibasu Hin. Another one from the series. I haven't played this one yet, so I don't know how good it is, but being from the same series, it's probably going to be another phenomenal one you're just going to enjoy the whole way through. Okay, Soryu Logical Mahjong. This is an utterly weird and bizarre concept. This is a Mahjong game that you don't get to play Mahjong in. You raise an apprentice that plays Mahjong for you. So it is a simulator game where you're teaching somebody to play Mahjong to win Mahjong games. It is so weird, and I would never have thought of having that style of game as a simulation coach game, basically. But that's what it is. South Park. This game is awesome, okay? I don't care what anybody says. I love this game. It's a first-person shooter where you're going against evil clone turkeys and trying to save your quiet little town from other things that are happening. I think it's a great game. South Park Rally. This is the Mario Kart mixed with South Park, and it's absolutely insane. There are, I think there's like about a dozen power-ups, but each power-up has like 5 variants depending on what it is, represented by different characters from the show. And the maps are pretty big, so it's easy to get turned around in. I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was charming and just absolutely silly. So it's not bad. Like I said, it gets a little out of control, but it's one of the better Mario Kart games. South Park Chef's Love Shack. It's a trivia game starring Chef, and it's so much fun. It's so inappropriate. Short, but you'll have fun with it because it's just like, oh my gosh, they went ahead and did it. Space Battleship Yamato Harukanaru Hishi Ishkandor. This is a full tactical base space battle. plays different than what you'd normally think of a tactical base, but you gotta think ahead 5 steps as everything is moving and going at the same time you are, so there's no stopping to take turns. Beautiful, but one of the hardest games to have on the PlayStation 1. Spawn the Eternal. It is a 3D beat 'em up that I do enjoy. It's not the best game. Spawn has a very bad reputation for good reason on the game side, but still really fun, worth trying out. Spec Ops Airborne Commando. Haven't tried this one yet, so I can't say too much about it, but so I'm like, oh, for $1, I want this game. that's sometimes all it takes. Spectrum Blade. I think it's an RPG, but I haven't tried it, so I'm not 100% sure, but it's from ID Factory, and I love getting their games, so it's in the collection. Speed Punks. It is a Mario Kart styled racing game. It is so much fun. The controls work perfectly. It's one of the best ones on there. I think this one made my top 5, I think. And it's a great game to have. Highly recommend it. Speedball 2100. This is basically football, and it's surprisingly a really fun game. So one of those I'd say give it a try. It's based off of an Amiga game. It's pretty cool. Spice. Also known as Spice World. This is a Spice Girls game, and it absolutely sucks. I thought it was going to be rhythm based, but what it is you create videos with your Spice Girls and you have them dance to music. That's what you do in the game. I wish there was more to it. Normally I wouldn't care about that, but I was just expecting much more, so that's why for me it's kind of like type thing. So I do not like it as much as I could have if they had made it into a full rhythm-based game instead of just production video making. It's a weird one. Spin Jam. It is a Bubble Bobble style game, but you rotate the field while you're shooting the bubbles. Really fun, but it can be very hard at the same time. SpongeBob SquarePants. Super Sponge. I don't think I've tried this one yet. But if I'm correct, it's a platformer. But I think it's more of a 2D platformer. So it's another one that I'm going to have to try out because, well, it's SpongeBob. His games are amazing. Then we have Spriggan Lunar Verse. It's from Software, so it's probably going to be brutal, absolutely insane, and you will die vigorously because the computer's sole purpose in these type of games are to eviscerate you as much as possible. So another game I have to try. Star Ocean, the second story. This is the Japanese version. I do like Star Ocean, so I had to pick it up, and believe it or not, the cheaper way to get it was this way, so at least I have it in the collection. So that makes me happy. Star Trek Invasion. This is basically Wing Commander, but in the Star Trek universe, and it's beautiful. I love this game. I'm just really bad at these style of games, but worth trying out if you really like a Wing Commander style game. Star Wars Dark Forces. Love this game. Definitely one of those that I need to sit down and play through, but oh, it's good. That one's a good one, so definitely try that one out. Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Powers Battles. It is a really good way to enjoy the first episode, and I think this one is the top-down hack and slash, or the other one is. I can't remember between the two, but I know that it was definitely worth trying out. Star Wars Masters. Dietar's Cost. Sorry. This is the infamous Star Wars 3D fighting game. It sucks. It does. But it's a guilty pleasure. and I will always enjoy playing this game. Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. Okay, so the last one is the one I was thinking about. This is more where you actually play the movie, and it's a really good version of it. So definitely worth picking up if you want to enjoy a Star Wars game. Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. Another beautiful Star Wars game for the PlayStation 1, and it is so fun to play. Definitely not one of the easier ones at all, but recommend it. This is one of the few games that will not work on the PlayStation 3, so you do have to play this one on the PlayStation 1. I think it works for PlayStation 2. Starwinder: The Ultimate Space Race. It is a racing game that you race through pipes, basically, wormholes and stuff like that. So much fun. It's unique, and it feels like you're enjoying one of those classic 70s sci-fi movies. Definitely worth looking into. Street Fighter Alpha 3. This is my second favorite Street Fighter game in existence. My first favorite, of course, is going to be Street Fighter 03, which is the Japanese version, due to the fact that it has Pocket Station abilities with it. So, worth playing, is phenomenal. Street Fighter EX plus A. This is the 2.5 Street Fighter, and it is beautiful. Absolutely love this series, and I'm happy that there is going to be a new one coming out. Just they can't have Street Fighter characters in it because of how their agreement was with it. Street Racer. This is a Mario Kart racing game, and it's nuts, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. I do recommend this one, and if I remember correctly, the graphics are like Super Nintendo graphics. It's weird, but it plays really nicely and it's enjoyable. Street Skater. This one is an okay skating game, but it's no Tony Hawk, but it's still enjoyable to try out another, attempt to making a skateboarding game, because it can be fun. Stuart Little 2. This game is awesome. It's a 3D platformer, a lot of fun, and they do a good job at, the game itself. I haven't actually seen the movie for part 2, but this game right here kind of made me want to see the movie, so definitely worth looking into if you like movie-based games which are actually good. Super Bubble Pop. This is a very weird puzzle game. It kind of reminds me of Wario's Woods, where you kind of have to stack things on each other. It's bizarre, but another good one to try out because they tried something different, and that's what I liked about this one. Super Casino Special. Haven't played this one yet, but it has multiple casino games on it, and I do enjoy those, so I picked it up. Super Gals Kotobuki Ran Special. Ikiman Get Chu Girls Party. It's a board game based off of the Super Gals, and there is dating sim elements in it as well. Really fun. We had fun doing this one as a group because they did a good job at the board game part, so definitely worth picking up because of it being an anime based game, and the board game part is phenomenal. Sudoku. Super Light 1500 series. It's Sudoku. I haven't played it yet, but I do like the Super Light 1500 series, so it's another one I picked up for it, which is a series I'm trying to get more of because they're fun, and they're basically a watered down version, if you will, of the games, which doesn't mean that they're terrible. They're just a lower priced version of the game. Then we have Tetris, or the Tetris Super Light 1500 series. This is your basic of basic Tetris you can get. Still a lot of fun, absolutely phenomenal version of the game. It's just as basic as you can get. I mean, literally, you have that on the screen practically like a little bit, and you're enjoying Tetris with good music. Worth trying out. Superstar Dance Club, #1 hits. this is a dancing rhythm-based game. Plays really good, and if I remember correctly, this is another one that does not work on a PlayStation 3. It won't let you start from the start menu. It's weird, but it's a decent game that was put together and worth trying out if you're looking for another dancing game on the system. That is fun to try out. Sosumi Pai Yogi 99 Ta Nuki no Kawasan Yo Fu Yoban 1500 series. Ugh, mouthful there. Basically, I think this is based off of an anime, but it's a mahjong game. Has some different artwork on there, which is bizarre but enjoyable. And the game itself works really good as a mahjong game. One, I would say pick it up because it's mahjong. Siphon Filter and Siphon Filter 2. Two phenomenal games to have for this system, and I can honestly say I actually have never played them. Why? I don't know. They sit in my collection and I haven't gotten around to trying them. I know, bad T Sakura, but they're basically a stealth game, and I know that they're worth getting for the PlayStation 1, so they're in my collection. I just have to get around to trying them out, which I will. Right there's a third part of my collection. It has been a great journey sharing all of this with you guys. A lot of amazing games and some really bizarre ones in this video, plus some classics and some newer classics that I was happy to share with you guys. Hope you guys have been enjoying. Really has been fun to talk about each one that I have played. And reminded myself, oh, I still have to try those. Yay! This will be fun. So, as always, if there's any questions about any of the games down there, let me know down in the comments below. I'll answer to the best of my ability. And if there's any PlayStation 1 games I should definitely look into, let me know down in the comments below as well. Always like to get more for the collection. So it's a lot of fun to go out game hunting and finding some PlayStation 1 game I haven't played yet or don't have in the collection. Especially at good prices, I love that. So thank you guys for watching the third video. See you guys in the next one. This has been so much fun, and thank you guys again. This is T Sakura saying ciao and sayonara.